Over 8 million pieces of chicken. That's what KFC serves every single day across 50 countries. Picture this: mountains of golden brown drumsticks, wings glistening with seasoned breading, the aroma of herbs and spices so distinct you'd recognize it blindfolded from a mile away. But here's what blows my mind. This empire started with one man, a pressure cooker he modified in a gas station, and a recipe so secret that it split between two companies, neither knowing the complete formula. For decades, millions have wondered, what makes KFC chicken taste like nothing else? How does a bird go from farm to that iconic red and white bucket, and why can't anyone crack the Colonel's code? Today, we're pulling back the curtain. From the hatchery to the pressure fryer, from secret spice vaults to your fingertips, we're decoding every step of the process that turned a Kentucky gas station into a $30 billion global phenomenon. So come along as we uncover the remarkable journey of KFC's world-famous chicken. 1930, the Great Depression. A man named Harlan Sanders is pumping gas in Corbin, Kentucky, serving fried chicken to hungry travelers from a small dining room attached to his station. But there's a problem. Traditional fried chicken takes 30 minutes to cook. In the fast-paced world of roadside dining, that's an eternity. Customers are impatient. Sanders is losing business. Then comes his breakthrough moment. He spots a pressure cooker typically used for canning vegetables and thinks, what if I could fry chicken under pressure? I bought 8 of those cookers and conceived the idea of trying to cook chicken in these pressure cookers, Sanders later recalled. That was the beginning of my Kentucky Fried Chicken business. The result, cooking time was slashed to just 10 minutes, twice the chickens in half the time. The pressure sealed in moisture while creating that irresistible crispy coating. His chicken became legendary. Success followed rapidly. Sanders expanded into the Sanders Cafe, a proper restaurant that could seat 142 people. The governor of Kentucky even honored him with the title of Kentucky Colonel. In 1935, a recognition for his contributions to the state's cuisine that would shape his entire public persona for decades to come. As demand exploded throughout the region, Colonel Sanders obsessively refined his recipe. After countless experiments tweaking ratios and testing combinations, he perfected his blend, 11 herbs and spices, in exact proportions that created an unforgettable flavor profile nobody could replicate. That legendary recipe caught the attention of restaurant owner Pete Harmon in Salt Lake City, Utah. Impressed by what he tasted, Harmon partnered with Sanders to open the first official KFC franchise in 1952. The rest, as they say, is history. But here's the fascinating part: that original recipe is still used today, and it's protected like the gold at Fort Knox. The complete formula is locked in a high-security vault at KFC's headquarters in Louisville, Kentucky. Only a handful of executives have ever seen it. And get this: KFC splits production between 2 separate companies, McCormick and Griffith Laboratories. Each manufactures only half the spice blend. Neither company knows what the other produces. They ship their respective portions to a third independent facility where the 2 halves are finally combined before distribution to restaurants worldwide. Talk about paranoid security, but when you're protecting a $30 billion secret recipe, you simply can't be too careful. Before we see chicken in that iconic bucket, let's trace it all the way back to day one. KFC sources its poultry from major American suppliers, industry giants like Tyson Foods and Pilgrim's Pride producers, capable of meeting their absolutely massive global demand. The journey starts at the hatchery, where thousands upon thousands of chicks emerge from temperature-controlled incubators. Once hatched, they're carefully moved to specialized climate-controlled barns designed specifically for raising broilers. Broilers are chickens bred exclusively for meat production rather than egg laying. These aren't your grandmother's backyard chickens pecking around a farmyard. These birds are bred with scientific precision to maximize healthy muscle growth in minimal time. The barns feature state-of-the-art automatic feeding systems, fresh bedding replaced regularly, and continuous clean water access. They also have adequate space for the birds to move around freely so their legs develop strong and healthy. No cramped battery cages here, just open floor space. The feed itself is carefully formulated. It's a balanced mix of cereal grains, primarily corn and soy, combined with high-protein byproducts that fuel rapid, healthy growth. And here's an important note that needs to be stated clearly. U.S. federal law strictly prohibits the use of hormones and steroids in poultry production. Period. Full stop. So despite persistent myths, you might have heard none are used in raising chickens for KFC or any other American poultry supplier. In just 6 weeks, sometimes 7 depending on the desired size, these chicks reach market weight, typically around 6 to 7 pounds. That's when the harvesting process begins. Harvesting happens during darkness. There's a good reason for this beyond just operational logistics. Dim lighting keeps the chickens calm and relaxed, reducing stress significantly. A specialized live harvester machine, essentially a gentle mechanical scoop system, carefully picks them up and places them into well-ventilated plastic crates designed specifically for poultry transport. These crates are immediately loaded onto refrigerated trucks and transported to nearby processing plants. And I mean nearby, usually within just a few miles. This proximity isn't accidental. Shorter transport times minimize stress on the birds and help preserve the natural tenderness and quality of the meat. The less time between farm and processing, the better the final product. When the trucks arrive at the processing facility, entire modules of stacked crates transfer directly onto sophisticated conveyor systems. From there, workers place the unconscious birds in shackles attached to an overhead conveyor line. Next comes the scalder, a tank of water heated to exactly 136 degrees Fahrenheit. This softens the skin and loosens feather follicles for easier removal. Now the machinery takes over. The feather plucking machine, fitted with rotating flexible rubber fingers, methodically strips away every feather in seconds. Spinning blades remove the feet with millimeter precision. Robotic scoops extract internal organs, liver, heart, gizzard with incredible accuracy. Specialized cropping machines drill downward, removing the trachea and esophagus in one smooth motion. With the birds fully cleaned, they immediately enter the chilling area. USDA regulations mandate rapid cooling to prevent bacterial growth. This facility uses air chilling at 38 degrees Fahrenheit, which locks in natural moisture and flavor better than water baths. Chilling also firms up the meat so blades can make cleaner cuts during portioning. Fully chilled birds enter the high-speed portioning line. Wings are cut first, followed by the breast, then the backs. Blades separate legs at the hip joint and trim thighs from drumsticks with anatomical precision. For boneless chicken sandwiches, whole breasts pass through machines that remove the skin, extract the wishbone, remove the fillet cap, then separate each breast into 2 perfect boneless fillets. Every cut is sealed in plastic, arranged in trays, and moved to a 40,000 square foot refrigerated warehouse, where chicken is held for no more than 3 days maximum to preserve freshness. This single facility processes over 2 million chickens weekly, roughly 285,000 every single day. Now the chicken reaches the restaurant where Colonel Sanders' vision comes alive. The breading starts with flour, salt, dried milk powder, and egg powder. Then comes that mysterious blend of 11 herbs and spices in sealed containers. A staff member hand-folds the mixture exactly 20 times before sending it through the mechanical mixer. This ensures even distribution of every ingredient. Once blended, the seasoned flour goes into its bin. From the fridge, they take an 8-piece mix and load it into a metal basket. The chicken gets dipped in water so flour sticks evenly. They shake the basket 7 times, letting water drain, then drop the chicken into seasoned flour. Each piece receives 7 scoop and folds, followed by 7 lift and folds. This technique is mandatory at every KFC kitchen worldwide, guaranteeing consistent appearance and taste everywhere. After coating, pieces go into a rocker basket for 7 more shakes to remove excess flour. Then they're arranged on a frying rack and loaded into the pressure fryer. The lid locks down. As oil reaches 375 degrees Fahrenheit, pressure builds inside the sealed chamber. Unlike open fryers where steam and flavors escape, this pressurized environment traps everything inside. Steam cannot escape, flavor molecules cannot escape, moisture stays locked in the meat. In just 10 minutes, the same time Colonel Sanders achieved in 1940, the chicken emerges perfectly cooked, tender and juicy inside, wrapped in crispy golden brown grating, infused with those mysterious herbs and spices. This modern pressure fryer is an evolution of Sanders' makeshift contraption from 8 decades ago. It remains KFC's secret weapon that no competitor has successfully replicated. For boneless chicken sandwiches, the process is similar, but with a twist. Skinless fillets get the water dip and coating with 7 scoop and folds, 7 lift and folds. But then they're dipped in water again and returned to flour for a second coating, creating that extra thick, extra crispy texture. After pressure frying, the hot fillet goes on a toasted brioche bun with mayo and pickles. Simple but executed with precision. Fresh chicken moves to a hot holding unit that heats water to produce steam, keeping chicken at 165 degrees Fahrenheit while retaining moisture. But there's a strict 90-minute maximum. After that, unsold pieces are discarded and replaced with fresh batches. Quality over waste, always. When you order hot chicken, it goes from the holding unit straight into KFC's signature red and white striped bucket. The paper-based design pulls steam away from breading so it stays crisp, while the vented lid traps enough heat to keep everything warm. This bucket has become one of the most recognizable symbols in fast food history. Pete Harmon Sanders' business partner introduced it in 1957. He also coined Kentucky Fried Chicken and gave us that famous slogan, "It's finger-licking good." What began with one man, a modified pressure cooker, and 11 secret herbs and spices didn't just build a chicken empire. It fundamentally changed how the world eats chicken. Before Colonel Sanders' fried chicken was a slow sit-down meal, he transformed it into fast food without sacrificing quality, proving that speed and flavor could coexist. The entire modern chicken fast food industry, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, Raising Cane's, and countless others likely wouldn't exist without the Colonel's pioneering efforts. He didn't just create a recipe, he created an industry. Today, KFC serves over 8 million pieces daily across 150 countries. That 1940s pressure cooking method, it's still used in every kitchen. Those 11 herbs and spices, they're still locked in that Louisville vault, still split between 2 manufacturers who never know the complete formula. The Colonel passed away in 1980, but his legacy lives on in every crispy bite, every red and white bucket, every kitchen where staff meticulously follows his 7-fold breading technique. So next time you bite into that crispy, juicy chicken, remember you're tasting history. You're experiencing the culmination of decades of obsessive refinement, industrial precision, and a secret that survived nearly 75 years. Now I'm curious, have you ever tried recreating KFC's recipe at home? What's your go-to order? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe. Next time we might explore Coca-Cola's secret formula or Hershey's chocolate rivers. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep eating.